Everything is from non-attachment. Everything.
นิพพานจริงๆมันไม่มีรูปแบบ
Nibbana doesn't have any concept of present, past, or future. Past, present, and future is the mind fabrication. It's the idea that assume up. You cannot hold on to that or attach to it. Any assume up is not true. You cannot hold on to it. You have to listen. Something that is not related to the non-relating itself. It isn't related to the past, present, or the future. This is Nibbana conclusion. This is an era that made a conclusion of Nibbana. Nibbana that concludes this era. Nirodha conclusion. So we don't have to set out for anything in the future. Something that is not related to the non-relating itself. It dissolves the delusion here and now. Dissolve the cause of suffering here and now. Don't expect or aim forward for something in the future. If you set out for something in the future, it creates karma that will obstruct you and make you overpass the Buddha's time. The true essence of the Buddha is the present that doesn't hold on to the present itself. In every Buddha's time, it's the present that doesn't grasp onto the present itself. It's the same essence. In every Buddha's time, it isn't about setting for something in the future. This is only the fabrication of the samsara that set out for something. So, the conclusion of every essence of the truth is the present doesn't hold on to the present. Something that is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. It isn't about attachment even to the present, the past, or the future. From the first Buddha's time to the last Buddha's time, it isn't about that. There is no first or last. The essence of every Buddha's time is the same. It's all the same. It has no distinction between each Buddha's time because all have the same essence of non-attachment. So what they've been said that in the era of Maitreya Buddha, whoever that he look at will become enlightened, will reach Nirvana. Must come from what you just said. So Luang Por said it is, yes, you don't have to wait for the next era. It isn't about waiting for the next Buddha. It comes from this era of absolute truth that we keep on making a conclusion of Nirodha and Nibbana. One sentence that ends, one sentence that dissolves, one sentence that makes conclusion. This is the time that you preparing yourself for enlightenment, for Nibbana, just by looking at the Maitreya Buddha in the next Buddha's time. Because you already dissolve all the karma and you are true to the essence, you familiarize with the essence of Nirodha and Nibbana. So when you come to the next life, you become enlightened very easily because you've been so familiar with the essence throughout this life, this time. This is an era of making a conclusion of Nirodha and Nibbana. You just listen to the reminders and keep on reminding yourself with all the sentences that I have given you. That is the way to be true to the essence of Nirodha and Nibbana. You keep on doing like that. Once you reborn again in the next life, in the Maitreya's Buddha time, you already dissolve on the karma. You dissolve on the practice of body, mind, and the desire, and the seeking here and now. From not relate to the non-relating itself, it ends at the not relating from now on. From now, And if we become magnificent and spectacular for the absolute truth, this is an era, another era, that the truth will be magnificent. I won't let you wait on, because the essence that I'm giving can enlighten. I won't let you wait until the next Buddha's time. It's time now. It's a joining period between the last Buddha and the next Buddha. The responsibility of the last Buddha is to make a conclusion of the truth. And this time I have come to continue the conclusion of the truth, so that the sentient beings is not shift from the truth for too long. And the next Buddha, the Maitreya, will come as a Bodhisattva to do what he has to do. And the sentient beings will be ready, and it's not so far from the truth, still have the essence of Nirodha and Nibbana. It's all come from this era, so we are making an era of Satyadharma, of the truth. We're not aiming for anything pointless, and we're not overpassing the present, but make a conclusion of the present here and now. It's all come from it come from non-attachment. It isn't about attached or not attached, and on the burden about the future. By not waiting or aiming for anything, everything is from non-attachment. It is from not attached to the non-attachment itself. It isn't about attached or not attached. It isn't about abstain or not abstain. It comes from that. When we make a conclusion like this, it will happen accordingly on its own. It is from something that isn't about abstain or not abstain. Isn't related to relating or not relating. This is to dissolve any worry about the future. We don't have to wait for anything, and we won't worry about the present either. It isn't about to see or not to see, to meet or not to meet the next Buddha. Now and here, if you use the reminder, the sentence, you become the essence of the Buddha right now. So all the reminders I have given you is to give to the sentient beings and the samsara. Don't try to accumulate only the parami for the followers. What I have given you is the parami of the perfection of the blesser, not of the followers. What I've given you is not for you to become the followers or to follow suit in enlightenment, but I give you so that you enlighten for the samsara. So every time you remind yourself with the sentence, use the word everything. It means you are making a conclusion for the samsara. It isn't about attached or not attached. It means everything, together with everything. It isn't about abstain or not abstain. It isn't about attached or not attached. Make it with everything, so it becomes great compassion. That is, you become the essence of the Buddha's offsprings to help the samsara together. Where does karma come from, and will it end? Karma comes from practice the body and mind, practice the knowing, the seeing, the thinking, the elaboration, to cultivate the mind and Dhamma. Is all karma, worldly and Dhamma. Use the reminders, and it can help end the karma. It helps dissolve the cultivation. The practice will be dissolved within the practice itself if you use the reminders. Normally you practice because of the delusion, trying to take, trying to gain. That is karma from delusion. If you use the reminders, and karma won't be about delusion anymore, and it won't create karmic difficulties. If you use the reminders, where does the first Buddha come from? He comes from his own enlightenment. He comes from the sentient being as well, but he has a heart to bless, to help and give for a very long time. And once you keep on giving, there's one sacred fact about it. It has an effect to dissolve the attachment in itself, to give. It has a sacred fact about it. It is the essence of enlightenment. It has an effect in dissolving the cause of suffering and attachment in itself. Even though there's no one enlightened before, but he happened to have the essence of enlightenment in himself through giving. He keeps on giving, form and formless, even the mind power. Any condition, any state that he have attained, he keep on giving until the giving reach the point that it dissolved the taking of his, and that is when it cut on the attachment for him, ceased on the attachment. But it takes a long time because there is no form of enlightenment before him. So his enlightenment comes only through helping and giving. Even though he used to practice meditation, perseverance for himself before, but he has the heart to give. So the giving dissolved the delusive attachment, keep on dissolving until it's the end, until there is no more attachment. That's why it's called self-enlightenment. So all realms of existence, you don't have to wait. This is the time of the absolute truth here and now. If you wait up, it's pointless and hopeless. You wish for something in the future. That is a bad habit. It will make you overpass. This karma might make you overpass the next Buddha's time. You will miss the next Buddha's time if you still have expectations. So don't have to wait. Each Buddha will come and bless you when it is his time. Don't need to set out for anything or make an intention. It's only create karma. And don't be deluded in practicing the body and mind. Try to attain Nibbana. That is also creating more karma and make you become more difficult into coming to the conclusion. For the enlightenment is not much. You just have to listen. Everything is from something that isn't about attached or not attached. You don't have to try to attach or not attach. It isn't something that is about attached or not attached. That is the essence of enlightenment. That you only to remind all these sentences for the samsara, to help enlighten for the samsara. If you haven't sacrificed anything much, make this sacrifice to recall all the reminders for the samsara. This is something you can give. It is the ending to end for the samsara. This is a direct way to end for the samsara. Use this time, this era, as an example, as a model.
ยุคเนี้ยมันเป็นยุคที่ล้างตัวเขาอยู่ปัจจุบันล้างตัวเขาอยู่
This era dissolved an attempt
ทุกอย่างมันจะไม่ยึดตัวไม่ยึดเหตุ
to live in the present
สิ่งที่มันไม่เกี่ยวไม่ยึ
and
ดไม่ยึด
anything to aim forward in the future, it will dissolve as well.
ทุกอย่างมันก็จะสลับ
Everything is from give up, the
สิ่
giving
ง
up
ที่มันไม่
itself.
เกี่ยวกับสลับและไม่
It
สลับ
isn't about give up or not give up.
มันจะล้างให้ตัวละเมอเพื่อพวก
It will dissolve
เรื่องร้อน
any hopeless,
มันจะล้าง
pointless expectation into the future. Even the present doesn't hold on to the present. The present is not diluted by the present. Don't ever say it about the future. Don't need to talk about the future.